It's just, I don't know how to explain that. I mean, it's just God. If it wasn't for God He directed me. He put that commercial on and I called it and answered my prayers. I knew what I had to do.
Something told me that I needed to go through and call inheritance. And so I did. And when I did that, I kept praying and praying and praying about it. And God just somehow kept pointing me in the direction that this is what I needed to do, this is what I needed to do.
Purpose or the role of adoption, we don't want any secrets. We don't agree with taking people out of a child's life. There should be no subtractions. It should all be additions. And this day and time, it takes a whole village to raise a child. The birth family is who brought the child into this world. Birth family is who gave this child life and made the best choices for this child. So why would you take the birth family out of the equation? They need to feel like they were loved, and they'll always know they were loved if everybody focuses on the best for the child.
Oh, what haven't y'all done? Should I say they're wonderful. They help with everything. I mean, everything. Because I don't have nothing. I don't have anything. Didn't have anything. And now he does. Like with my decision, I mean, I prayed, got down on my hands and knees and prayed. I said, what do I do? What am I going to do? Adoption. And I don't know. Really, I don't know where I would be without the girls from Inheritance. They're all just God sent. They're angels. The whole Inheritance Adoptions, everybody that works for it, my child's adopted parents, they're angels. They're just wonderful. I mean, it's just, I don't know where I would be, where we would be without Inheritance Adoptions.
As far as having an open adoption and open relationship, it's actually been just a huge blessing for us. One that we weren't really sure going into it what it would look like or what the relationship would be or feel like, but just the opportunity we've had to meet Megan and her whole family. They've been wonderful, been very open with us. They've just kind of embraced us as part of their family. Mom and dad and sister and even her friends who had come by the hospital when Eli was born. And it's an amazing bond. It's very unique relationship, I think. But it's been a blessing for us, and we're excited as we've heard Megan's story and been through this process with her. We've just seen how God has been working in her life and the transformation she's made, and her desire and heart to continue down that road and grow. And I think for Eli, it'll be the same way, just being able to have that relationship, something very special and unique. And it's, I think with any adoption, it's amazing to see how God works in everybody's lives to bring you together. And we truly believe that He had known about this relationship before we were ever born. and knew that we would come to this point in our lives where we would all be together. And it's amazing to see His sovereignty and His lordship over the whole process. And so we're just blessed. Inheritance has been such an integral part of this. This is our second adoption through Inheritance. And the entire staff has just been very loving and supporting of us. And they have promoted and fostered this open relationship. They've helped us along the way, answer questions, and this is something that was new for both of us. I think it was new for Megan, definitely, and for us to have this open relationship. And so there were times where I think both of us were like, we're not really sure what we should do next, or how should we handle a situation. In Inheritance, it was a blessing to have them there because of their expertise and their experience, and they could help us along that process and kind of hold both of our hands as we went to doctor's visits and as we got closer to the delivery. We just are very thankful for Inheritance and for their entire staff, and we give God all the praise and glory for adding to our family not just another son, a little brother for Zachary, but also a relationship of having Megan and her family in our lives as well.
There's three forms of adoption: closed, which is what used to be, 40 years ago, and semi-open, which is kind of just more pictures and letters, and then openness, which is more visits. They have contact with each other without the agency really helping. Research shows that closed just wasn't working. The girls and boys were growing up to be men and women, and they didn't know where they had come from. They didn't have health history. They didn't feel really accepted. They had a hard time with their identity.
When I was given the 4 profiles, I found the Pleasants, and when I first saw them, I knew something connected me with them. And I met with them for the first time, and when I'd gone home that evening and I prayed about it, God basically, set in my heart that they were the family that I was supposed to choose. And it's been an amazing emotional adventure. In the hospital, it was hard, but I made it through it because of Inheritance and because of the Pleasants. They were there for me, and if I ever need somebody, all I have to do is pick up the phone and call, and somebody's always there. I'm really glad that it's the route that I went, because I get to have a relationship with Elijah, and I extended my family, and it was a real blessing for me. And not only did one person get blessed, but many got blessed. And I like the relationship that we have, because if we're not talking every other day, there's not 4 days that goes by that one of us isn't messaging or calling each other and checking in on how everything's going. And everybody's praying for everybody, and that means a lot to me, because prayers go a long way. And I know that Eli is where he needs to be with the Pleasants.
We just always know that we want contact to make sure that they're okay. We want her to see that we're doing what we promised her, and to always show her that because she trusted us, that we will give him the home that he deserves. She came in and she handed Aiden to us, and she handed him to me. I took him and I put him in my arms, and I looked down at him and I said hi, and he immediately smiled at me. And I remember Macola saying, "Oh wow, he's never done that before. Wow, that's the first time he smiled." And so immediately then I knew that there was something really special about him, and that I hoped that we would have a great connection, and that she picked someone that would love him. And
I'd rather give my child something that I can't give them, or something better than what I can give them or what I can't.
Open adoption is a loving parental choice. it is a choice that parents make for the best of their babies or their children that they may already have, and that they are doing it from their heart. They're doing it because they feel God leading them to do this and to put them in a situation that is just so much better for these children to have opportunities that every child deserves. And these birth parents maybe cannot give the child those opportunities right at that time. And children's lives don't get on hold. They don't, they need to be thriving every day, and they don't, when parents try to put their child on hold until they get their life together, it's really time that we all become aware that there are situations every day. Children are born every day in situations that are not good for them. And I know that a lot of people aren't aware of that, but it happens numerous times a day, really, that children can't be cared for when they go home from the hospital. And it's really just time that we stand up and we applaud these women that are choosing adoption, that are choosing to give their child everything the child deserves from the very beginning of life. And so when our birth parents choose adoption, in my opinion, they're heroes.
Not every mother can be a mom. Not every mom gets to be a mother. But maybe a mom and a mother will find each other and join hands. 'Cause even if she's not ready to be a mom, a mother can be strong and brave. She can turn 9 months into a lifetime, and turn a couple into a family. Maybe that's easier said than done, but being a superhero always is.